Hello everyone and welcome to another installment of us reading Metacritic user reviews. This is a new show and I'm into the second episode of it, and I decided, last one was kind of more of like a round table sort of reading a few reviews, which is what we're still going to be doing. The difference is I decided to focus on one particular series, and I might do that from going forward, just kind of like pick a franchise that is considered really good and then go from there. But who knows? We'll see. So today, I wanted to read the reviews for Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and Arkham Knight. I didn't include Arkham Origins in this one, which is hilarious because I actually consider Arkham Origins to be the best Arkham game. And if you want to fight me on that, go ahead. You're wrong. You're totally wrong, but it's okay to feel that way. So we're going to talk about the first three. Technically the first two, and then the last fourth one. But some of these reviews, the whole point of this thing is like we're just having fun, and I'm gonna maybe pick apart stuff as we go. But just sit back, put this down below, whatever, and just let me transport you to the world of Metacritic user reviews. Our review of Batman: Arkham Asylum. Hoggies too much. Gave it a 3. Here is my review of Batman: Arkham Asylum. I bought this game after trying the demo and thought I would give it a go. Here is my review for this mediocre game. Okay, a little weird to say here is my review of Batman: Arkham Asylum and then like 2 sentences later be like here's my review for this mediocre game. Graphics. The graphics are very mediocre. They were probably good 2 years ago, but they have aged badly. I have other games from 2009, and they just kick the heck out of the game's graphics. Too dark, a bit bland, and totally unexciting in my view. Side note, this game literally blew me away when it came out. It was the whole reason why I even bought a 360. Controls. The controls are horrendous. At times, they are so unresponsive, it is beyond a joke. I have lost count the number of times I have pressed Y for counter and nothing happened, or gone to fire my batarang and nothing has happened. And I have noticed on numerous occasions that you have to actually stop running before you can do other moves. Terrible controls. You can't do anything else while running around. Pathetic. Gameplay. Very repetitive, short, and mediocre. This is the gameplay. Detect fingerprints, tobacco follow trail, rinse, repeat about 100 times, beat up bad guys, rinse, repeat. Use stealth to get past guys with guns, rinse, and repeat. After the 3rd time, I was like, not again. The boss battles are the worst I have ever seen in my 30 years of gaming. The final Joker boss battle was the worst, most pathetic end-of-game boss battle I have ever done in my life. You never fought him. You fought his crap-pathetic minions again for the millionth time. Someone needs to tell the creators the mid-game bosses are not meant to be harder than the end-game boss. Poison Ivy was a joke. And as for Killer Croc, don't get me started. This is the worst boss battle I've ever seen in my life. Whoever came up with that should be shot! Terrible. The length of the game was also truly pathetic. It is the shortest game I own. Someone really needs to tell Eidos how to make a game with graphics and gameplay length. Funny story, they didn't develop this game. I can play games for up to 6 hours a day, and I did this in 3 days. Bloody hell. Talk about short. I played Lego Batman for the same length of time each day, and that took me 2 weeks to get 100%. They had to add those ridiculous riddles to pad out the game because they know they had created a short game. Also, there's no replayability value to it whatsoever. Pathetic. Once you do story mode, there's nothing left to do in the game except for those boring challenges. Story and voice acting, again, horrendous. Overall, a truly mediocre at best game. I am baffled at how this won all these awards. It's the second most overhyped and overrated game I have played, only beaten by Assassin's Creed 1. It's just another example of the reviewers falling for the hype machine. Someone please tell reviewers what hyping up means, as they haven't got a clue. Thank goodness I always spent $15 on this, as it's not worth more than any other than that. Overall score, 410. Mind you, he scored this a 310. So that was a fun review. Now moving on to Arkham City. I didn't get the name of the person that reviewed this, but I thought this was really funny. There are many reasons why I consider Arkham City to be a bad game. Reason number 1, it's too silly. I'm sure Rocksteady's version of Batman was trying to come across dark and gritty, but everything from the buildings to the henchmen and their conversations that you overhear as you make your way across the rooftops come across childish and just plain stupid. I have no problem suspending my disbelief, but come on, I'm an adult. Reason number 2, the 2.5 button combat stinks. It's a watered down version for the casual gamer attempt at Assassin's Creed style combat, and it fails miserably. I don't find the combat fun at all. It feels like a chore. Reason number 3, the story is a mess. I'm 5-6 hours in and I have no idea what's going on, nor do I care. Reason number 4, Catwoman. Do I seriously have to play as Catwoman? And if I do, then please make her put her stupid goggles on instead of resting them on her forehead. She puts those goggles on as her detective vision, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Reason number 5, horrible voice acting and one-liners. I get it, it's Batman. There's some camp involved, but there's a limit to how much crap voice acting I can take. Reason number 5, the worst enemy AI ever. Here I am swinging all over the place and the enemies don't see me. All they have to do is look up. I thought that they would improve on that, but they kept it just as stupid as it was in Arkham Asylum. I traded in Dark Souls for this crap and it was the worst decision I've made all year. This game is all flash and no substance. The fact that it's critically acclaimed further proves my point that good reviews can be bought and that reviewers all follow the trends of a good review. No company wants to be the only one scoring this game a 7.58 when everyone else is scoring it a 9 and above. I have no choice but to see this game through since I bought it. But out of all the games I've played this year, Batman Arkham City had me roll my eyes and daydream while playing the most. Fun fact, that's not how review embargoes work. Just letting you know. Batman Arkham Knight review. This is by Table of Japan, who scored it a 5, but sounds very negative, and I would like to just read it, if I may. The review contains spoilers. In all honesty, the game really isn't even that good anyway. The game itself to me anyway did not live up to the hype. It's nowhere near the levels of the first 2 games. The only good thing about this game is the hand-to-hand combat. Everything else is horrible. There are spoilers in what I'm about to say, so do not read if you have not beaten the game yet. The boss fights are horrible. The only good boss fight in the game is in the Red Hood DLC, and that's because Black Mask can't be taken down with one hit. He actually has a life bar, and it's actually a challenge. The Batmobile is extremely annoying because it's used for 90% of everything. You spend a good majority of time fighting tanks, which gets annoying and bothersome. You have to find all 200-something Riddler trophies and such to even fight the Riddler to actually beat the game. I'm sorry, I did it in Arkham Asylum, and when I saw the weak payoff of that, I didn't bother collecting the Riddler stuff in the Asylum's Arkham City. I literally beat every villain in that game, including saving Gotham from Scarecrow, and I have yet to get to the ending because I didn't collect all the Riddler trophies. So it really looks like I won't be beating this game because I'm not wasting my time collecting Riddler crap. I did the first 9 Riddler Revenge challenges. I should have been able to fight him and beat him then. So since I didn't do the Riddler trophy crap, I just resorted to watching the ending on YouTube instead. They built Hush up in Arkham City for something big would happen, and what happened? Lucius Fox hits him with a lamp and Batman knocks him out with one punch. Why? They made Deathstroke such a joke in that game. He always called Batman out for hiding behind his armory. What does Deathstroke show up in? Why, a tank, of course. And after you beat said tank, Deathstroke just hops out of his tank and blindly jumps at Batman to get knocked out with one punch, something Deathstroke would never do because he isn't a bubbling villain. You don't even fight Scarecrow. You walk around as the Joker in Batman's head doing absolutely nothing most of the time. Then you watch a cutscene of Batman overcoming the fear toxin, and he makes Scarecrow inject himself with his own fear toxin. I couldn't even get yet another boss fight that consisted of waves of enemies and at least do that to Scarecrow afterwards? What's the point of putting the entire Bat family in the game when you can't even play as any of them for more than 5 minutes? Seriously? Like, after I beat this game, I can't just freely roam around Gotham as anyone? I could do that in Arkham City. Actually, you couldn't. And I actually enjoyed the different pace of playing as Catwoman, so why would you take out an awesome feature like that? You know how fun it would be for people to run around Gotham after they beat the game as Nightwing, or Robin, or the Red Hood, or Catwoman? Oh, and speaking of Red Hood, Rocksteady said that the Arkham Knight would be a completely new character created specifically for their game's universe. Guess who the Arkham Knight is? Spoilers. Why, it's one of the oldest characters in Batman history, of course, Jason Todd. That is not a new character. That is a character that was created in 1983. I'm happy Rocksteady is done with Batman. I feel they just fell victim to doing the same franchise and not working on anything else other than Batman. Hopefully their next game will let them set the bar in what an action game should be. Now, I read the Arkham Knight one specifically because there's actually points that I agree with in that review, and that's kind of the point to me of Metacritic reviews, is that in the midst of all this garbage, there do exist reviews that actually hit on certain things. Now, I think some of the stuff he was out of line and just ridiculous, but some of the stuff in there, you might agree with me, or him, as what I meant to say. But thank you very much for watching. If you like, you can subscribe to this channel, you can like the video, and you can share the video with your friends. You can also follow me on Twitter at EricMyers93, link down below. And thank you guys. I'll see you around next week.